That's not the point of the story. The point of the story is, Jonah, you pity the plant, a plant, temporary, came up in a night, was gone in a night. I grant you, it's an awesome plant, turbo plant, amazing, but it's a plant, temporary. And should I not pity Nineveh, that great city in which there are more than 120,000 people who don't know their right hand from their left? And by the way, that's not talking about the ambidextrous people in Nineveh. Most scholars believe that's talking about children. So Jonah, how is it that you can show such emotion over a temporary plant for which you did not work, and yet show absolutely no emotion for the eternal destruction of kids? These kids, Jonah, are as precious to me as your children are to you. These people are as precious to me as your kids are, or your family is to you. And should I not pity Nineveh? And how does Jonah respond? We don't know. I like to think Jonah gets it because he writes the book. But the book ends with a question because the book is a question to religious people like you and me who come to church on Easter. And the question is, do we care more about people than we do our temporary stuff? Or are we like Jonah? See, he pitied the plant. A lot of us, we pity 5% increase in profits next year. We pity what people think when they come into our house and they see our furniture. Is our furniture nice enough? Is our house big enough? Is our cars compelling enough? Do we impress people good enough? Do my kids go to the right school? We pity a lot of different things. I'm not saying those things are bad, but in the grand scheme of things, when it's all said and done, how many of our tears last year were cried over the truly meaningful things? When you were angry last year, what did you spend most of your time being angry about? Do you know that there are 2.2 billion people in this world who will die and spend eternity separated from God? And do we care? How many of our tears were shed over that? How many of our tears were shed over the fact that in this city, Abilene, Texas, the Bible Belt of wherever that belt is, the center of that Bible Belt, that there are women who are selling themselves sexually to pay for their addiction or because they're trapped in the sex trade? How many tears were cried over those terrible realities? We pity the plant. Are we like Jonah? Are we like Jesus? If I think about the church is the hands and the feet of Jesus Christ. And if Jesus were in our city, what would he be doing? Would he see lostness as a category? See, Jonah saw Nineveh as a category. They're terrible people. They deserve destruction. But God saw them as individuals. And there are people in this city who are made in the image of God just like you. And they know what it's like to have fear and worry just like you. And they know what it's like to go to bed at night worried about how they're going to take care of their future just like you. And for those individuals, it would be just as much the tragedy for them to spend eternity separated from God as it would be for you. And do we care? And does our life have any demonstration that we care?